Hi guys, Ellen here, transformation coach, helping women transform their health, wealth, relationships, and their mindset to live their absolute dream life. I wanted to talk to you today about your standards and boundaries for you as a person, because the standard you walk by is the standard you accept. And I really want to cement that in with people, because I see a lot of people tolerating certain things that really don't fit them, that really don't align with their values, that really don't support where they're going as a person and who they want to be as a person. And they do that in order to feel accepted, in order to fit in order to not rock the boat, in order to keep other people happy. And I just wanted to talk about that, because when you do that, you're not honoring yourself as a person. And it's really important that you start to think about who you are as a woman. Who are you? What do you stand for? What are your values? And what's the standard that you set around those values? For example, I value women, and I value edifying, supporting, uplifting, and encouraging and cheering on other women. I don't stand for denigrating other women. And so if I see people that are denigrating other women, first of all, they're not my people, and so I'm going to usually just disassociate myself from them. I'm not a, I don't go out there and cause drama and buy into drama and get involved in anything like that, but I will disassociate with them and go, you know what, you're probably someone that I don't really want to have around me. That energy is not aligned with who I am as a person. I don't support that kind of behavior, and I think it's important that we call people out on that, and we say, you know what, that may be you, but that's not me. I'm going to go a different way to you. And that's you setting your standard. That's you saying, this matters to me. This is important to me. Because every single time you just let that roll by and you don't do anything about it, or you just turn a blind eye and you allow it to happen, then you're saying that that's a standard that you are prepared to accept. And so that's a behavior that you're prepared to accept in your life. And so that means that those people think that it's okay to continue to do that, to continue to say those things, to continue to talk like that, to continue to treat you like that, to continue to behave in that way. When you set that standard and say, that's not okay for me, that's not behavior that I'm prepared to tolerate, that lets people know they either have to raise their standard to meet you and be in alignment with you, or if they want to stay below the line, that's okay, but they're not your people and they're not going to have access to you as a person. And that's just protecting your energy. Those boundaries, guys, by the way, boundaries are not designed to discipline, punish, affect other people. It's not about the other person. When you put boundaries in place as a person, that those boundaries are about you, not about the other person. And so sometimes what you find with people who don't have control of their emotions, who haven't mastered their emotions, who are probably a little bit flighty, they're going to see when you put boundaries in place, and they're going to go, oh yeah, she's just thinks she's better than me, or this or that, or they're going to make it about, oh, she hates me, or she, whatever it is. But it's not actually about them. Your boundaries are about you, and they're there to protect you, to protect your energy, to protect your space, to protect your authenticity, to protect who you are and the standard that you are prepared to keep in your life. Okay. And so when you're on a journey to stop people pleasing, sometimes we need to put these boundaries in place so that we don't naturally default to our people pleasing tendencies. Okay, so you need to have stronger boundaries in place. It might mean that you withdraw yourself from some situations, that you decline some invitations, that you don't attend events that you would normally have attended, because maybe you're not strong enough yet to honor yourself, and not to be the people pleaser that you've been used to being, and that people are used to you being in the past. Okay, so when you put boundaries in place for you, this is not a reflection of the other person. This is not even about the other person. This is a reflection of you and how you prioritize yourself, how you prioritize your standards, how you prioritize your values, and how you honor yourself. Because every single time you allow something that is not aligned with you into your space, then you're accepting that in there, and you're dishonoring yourself in the process. I really want you to understand that when you dishonor yourself, you're telling yourself that you don't matter, that you're telling yourself that you come last, you're telling yourself that other people are more important than you. And I'm here to tell you that is not true. That may have been a story that you've told yourself your whole life and a story that you've believed up until now, but I really want to encourage you to lean into that and understand that that is not your truth. That was never true. And it will never be true, okay? You matter, and you have to start to honor yourself, because every time you're out of alignment with yourself, you create dis-ease in your body, and that starts to create disease. So when you're starting to think about, like, why am I sick all the time? Why do I feel so inflamed all the time? Why is my body hurting like this? Why do I get these heart palpitations and feel stressed all the time and anxious all the time? It's because you're living out of alignment with who you are as a person. So you have to have a really good understanding of what it is that you stand for. What are your values? What are your non-negotiable behaviors? What are you prepared to tolerate, that and what's outside of your atmosphere in terms of what you're prepared to tolerate and what kind of energy you don't want around you. The things that you find draining, exhausting, depleting, those are things that you really don't want in your space. So start to create some boundaries for yourself and keep those things out of your energy's field, so that you can actually start to live more in alignment with who you are as a person. And when you start to do that, what I can tell you is that you'll start to find more peace, more happiness, more joy, more satisfaction in your life, and you'll start to find more people who are aligned with the values that you have and that you stand for. Because you know what, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So you have to know what you stand for as a person first and foremost, before you can start really negotiating with other people where they fit with things. So I really encourage you to think about that, to spend some time working on who you are, who you want to be, who is the person you want to become, and what values matter to you, what's important to you, what are those non-negotiable behaviors for you. So I hope that helps you on your journey. And if you find some value in this, I really encourage you to like and subscribe, and maybe even share this video with other people that you might find it interesting.